We are shocked and saddened by the devastating news of the passing of Kobe Bryant, his daughter Gianna, and the 7 others. Kobe was an ambassador for our game, a decorated legend, and a global icon. Above all, he was a loving and dedicated father. Kobe's legacy transcends basketball, and our organization has decided that the number 24 will never again be worn by a Dallas Maverick. Our hearts go out to all of the lives lost and the families impacted by this terrible tragedy. We send our thoughts and prayers to Vanessa and the family, the Lakers organization, and Kobe Bryant fans everywhere. In honor of his life, we ask you to please observe a moment of silence.
So I guarantee you, to your point, he's extremely excited.
Tonight, there will be in honor of Kobe Bryant, just like we saw last night against the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Mavericks first will take an 8-second backcourt violation, which they have just done. That was the number that Kobe wore for a portion of his career. And of course, he also wore the number 24 for a portion of his career. And now, in honor of that, Phoenix will take a 24-second shot clock violation. Is in his second year from Villanova, is the first player on the board tonight. And there's a steal by Kelly Oubre Jr. Devin Booker in transition up top for DeAndre Ayton. A drive inside by Devin Booker. Stops. He does have the mid-range game. Mark talked about it in the open to tonight's telecast, and that pull-up is good.
Nice find, too, by Booker once he recognized the mismatch.
Luka for 3 over Kelly Oubre. On the money. Finally got it to him. Luka inside, short on the floater. Porzingis tips it right back into Luka's hands, and a second opportunity in the paint is house money. Phoenix played on Sunday. They lost in Memphis 114-109. They started their road trip on Friday to Phoenix, San Antonio. So this is the rubber game of a 3-game road trip for the Sun. Pick and roll involving Rubio and Ayton. Ayton didn't roll very hard, but it didn't matter because Rubio had an open look at a short jump.
This team does have talent.
Free throw line, Jay. Ayton. Lead is up to 9 for Phoenix 5 minutes in.
It was a big weapon for him.
Averaging 17, he already has 8. Spinning and then left 3 on the spin move in the paint.
Great job protecting the basketball.
Whoa!
These are too easy right now.
Yeah.
On that end of the floor. They take the air out of your offensive team. Other one right here.
Yep. Hey, Phoenix is jumping the passing lanes. They are reading things. Their gambles are paying off. Every turnover seems like it is resulting in an easy basket at the other end of the floor. Luka. Now, that was not a whole lot of resistance provided defensively by Phoenix.
1 for 9 from that 3-point line.
And 4 for 19 overall. Booker got the roll.
How underrated as a player. He does a lot for you.
Drive, spin, in the paint. Jalen Brunson had 9 points last night, on the board now.
It's going to take some defense against Devin Booker. He's off to a fantastic start.
Luka, no defense against him. Once again, the straight line drive to the basket.
Give him second shot opportunities. You got to stay close to your guys. Easier said than done. A lot of nice, good attack there.
And that attack pays off, and a hoop for Brunson.
JJ!
You got a move named after you. That is legendary.
Saric.
Again, a lot of shooting on the floor.
Hardaway. He had a 26-point game, made 6 threes against Phoenix when they met right after Thanksgiving.
And Dallas can gather themselves, get a couple of stops on this lob here.
There you go. JJ the lobber, Hardaway the finisher.
Just down 6 points now.
And nice screen by Porzingis, guys.
Rubio using the glass to stop the Dallas 7-0 run.
It's a tough shot.
Johnson, guarded by Jackson, put it down, lost it.
Yeah, Jalen had a nice dig there to break that up.
JJ, wide open lane. Give it to him. Luka around the screen by Porzingis. The look away pass, corner 3, right up down for Finney-Smith. Fingertips of Hardaway went up for a 3 and went in.
That's what you want the fans to do. Go crazy. So skilled offensively.
Social media on Sunday evening. And you know what Dirk said, I mean, he talked about this as a player. He would go home. I mean, he was a league pass junkie.
Right.
And so it was not, I mean, what he said is legit because I heard him tell the stories of I go home and I watch Kobe on league pass when I'm watching the late games on the West Coast.
These guys, man, came up adoring Kobe Bryant. You know, a lot of guys miss Michael Jordan. But Kobe's their guy. Nice find that time from Rubio to Oubre.
28 years old tomorrow. Maxi Cleveland. Forced Devin Booker to lose the ball, picked it back up, kicks it out, and Oubre nails the 3. Hardaway in rhythm, hits the 3, and has a chance.
Well, the Mavericks certainly need that early infusion of energy.
Ayton catches inside, and it falls in, and he's fouled. Offensive rebound, Ayton. 10 for 10. 23 points in the game. Ayton's best this year is 26. Here's a turnover, a run out, a dunk by Bridges. 8-0 run right now by Phoenix to open up the third quarter.
And they're doing it against a great third quarter team. Porzingis knocks one down. Best basketball.
After outscoring opponents this year by an average of over 4 points per third quarter, but Phoenix has flipped the script tonight. 13, the lead for Phoenix, equaling their largest. Now they have their biggest because of a paint catch, turn, and dunk by Ayton. The Mavs use more timeouts than typical in the first half, so Rick's trying to save them right now. They only have 3 for the rest of the game. A couple of timeouts in the first quarter because the game just got off to such a sluggish start, and they lost one on a coach's challenge, and an unsuccessful coach's challenge as Booker just drained a 3.
Nice pass.
Inside, Luka up top. Luka normally making passes. Too much juice on that runner, and I thought maybe the stick-up was going to bring it back in.
Got to get back.
Booker.
Oh, man, that's tough.
But Cleveland with that.
Inside, Brunson, scoop to the hoop. 18 minutes left in the game to dig out of a 21-point hole, and that didn't help things. Another turnover.
Yeah, these first 6 minutes of the third have just been brutal.
Booker hits a 3. Ty Jerome running point. Saric finds Booker curling around a screen. Booker going to the body of Jackson, and a little up fake, and then a shot and a score and a foul. And they prevent Dallas from creeping them and getting a fast break basket while they were arguing. Corner 3 reined in by Barea.
To JJ.
It's a fair question. I see where you're going, and I like it.
This kid is cooking.
30 again for Devin Booker. So we noted earlier that he has averaged 32 a game since Christmas. Second most in the league. Still a top guy in the league, but his numbers are coming down lately. Cut to the basket. 20 in the quarter now for Booker. Trap on Booker.
Good trap.
Almost forced a turnover, but deflected pass fell to Ty Jerome, who moved it on to Tyler Johnson, and he hit a 3. Big back pick set by Sharich, loosen things up for Ty Jerome. The rookie from Virginia scores. Second of 4 games this year between the Mavs and Suns. They're going to see each other a week apart in March here on Saturday afternoon, March 14th. Out there on Saturday night, March 21st. Until they beat Texas Tech. That wasn't fun.
Yeah, I hear you. I didn't like it. Carlisle loved it.
Oubre. Mavs lost in Utah. They're now, the Mavs are 5-11. They've had a hard time in close games this year. 5-11 in games decided by 5 points. So less has been, well, there hasn't been another night like this. I mean, they've had some 15 to 20 point losses. They had a couple of tough games against the Lakers. We had a laugh about this a while back. And in basketball, you have to have BRAKES and you have to have BREAKS. You got to have both breaks.
Face it, Eric Gordon is a big time scorer. He's had a lot of injuries this year himself. This dude here.
I know the record's not great, but I don't see how, in my humble opinion, you keep a guy who's a top 10 scorer in the game out.
I agree with you.
I agree with you too.
Yes.
I really do.
And also,
appreciate you guys agreeing with me.
I pick some guys that are all-stars most of the time.
I don't always agree with you.
Some starters are still out there right now for Phoenix. They just don't have a lot of guys dressed. They've been dealing with injuries.
Yeah.
Shake Diallo's gone in for Phoenix a minute ago. Everybody wants Boban to shoot. And they will see that happen, and he hits it. Antonio got back up there after Memphis dropped a couple of games last week after they had that 8-game winning streak. There's Colin Stone.
Oh, he's long.
Yes.
I'm tired of being the assistant.
I'm telling you, that is one of my
Hey, man, I've heard. Rumor has it that there's about to be a meeting. 13 of 15 from the floor, and I think the only 2 shots he missed were 2 that were blocked.
An extraordinary performance, 0 doubt.
All around by Phoenix, and